Hi, my name is Brett Reisman. I'm the fleet manager for Ventura County Fire Department. I've been with the department about 31 years. We started buying Rosenbauer fire apparatus in 2014. We're doing our final inspection on 3 pieces of apparatus today, 3 pumpers, and this is pumpers number 18, 19, and 20 for our department. We are almost to a point where all of our first run apparatus is Rosenbauer pumpers. We're very proud of them. This currently is a Rosenbauer Commander. It has a 12-liter Cummins engine in it with an Allison 4000 series transmission. 1500 GPM waterless pump in it. It seats, typically we run a 3-man crew. There's seating in here for 5. Occasionally we will staff them with 4. SCBA seats, rear facing, and we have 1 forward facing seat. There's axe mounts that get mounted to the rear of the cab, and then we have Pelican lights that mount to the rear of the cab as well, so they can grab your flashlight on the way out if they need it. We have ample dome lighting in here. That dome light can either be white or red depending on whether it's day or night. Clean air scrubbers in here. We're doing the best we can to go clean cab. We're working that direction. It's a work in progress. That box in the center of the cab is radio equipment. It also convenience chargers, USB for charging phones and such. We used to run live lines. We no longer run live lines. They're dead lays now, so that we can pull off just the amount of hose that we need. So on our pump panel, we have 1.5 inch dead lay valve right here, 2 2.5 inch discharges, and 1 2.5 inch suction. We put a TFT intake relief ball valve on this unit right here. We also have a FRC, Total Control Pressure Governor System. We run a Foam Pro 2100, and we use a Trident air primer, a 3-barrel air primer. Those have proven to be a really, really nice addition. This body configuration, this left side, we've been using this configuration for several years now. The right side, we're doing a little bit different now. You'll see that shortly. This number 1 compartment we call the engineer's compartment. We store some fittings in here, miscellaneous things that the engineer typically uses on a regular basis. One of the things we ask Rosenbauer to do is a body electrical compartment, which fits in the bottom of this compartment. That houses your entire, all your electrical circuits for your door open, compartment open, all that sort of stuff is all in one location. This L2 compartment, just another compartment. This is a fitting board. We mount a lot of fittings and nozzles on this board and configure it. Each station typically will configure this the way they like it. And then miscellaneous other equipment for the apparatus up on the second shelf. We carry bolt cutters, axe, Halligan tool, things like that in here. We also have smaller fire extinguisher storage back in here. This configuration on the rear of our apparatus is a little bit new. This compartment here is an extension of the L3 compartment. It didn't used to be here, but since we did a reconfiguration over here and put our ladders inboard, we decided to symmetrically match the tailboard so that it fits better. It gives us more depth in this lower compartment right here. And then we extended our rear discharge a little bit and make it convenient for the operator to connect hose. We have a removable compartment in front of the fuel tank where we can access our tow eyes. We put them behind that panel because they're not used very frequently, so therefore we didn't want them protruding out into the compartment, be in the way of our storage and gear, things like that. Hose lay, all the hose bed dividers are movable so that we can reconfigure. We carry structure bundles, wildland bundles. There's a backboard and pry bar compartment up here. And then our new ladder storage used to be on the outside, and we moved it to the inside. One of the reasons we did that is to give us more storage up here on the outside. We used to run just low side compartments here with our extension ladders on the outside. As you can see, we have high side compartments now that match the left-hand side. Our hard suction used to be stored on the outside as well. They're stored up here in upper compartments on both sides. We call this our EMS compartment. A lot of our medical gear and stuff is stored down in this area, and then miscellaneous gear up here on top. It's gotten a little bit deeper with the configuration on the bottom, which gives us, we've got a lot more storage on this rig than we're used to having. This compartment didn't exist before because the ladders were here. And now we get we get additional space. We haven't even decided exactly how we're going to figure these compartments. This may be where our SCBAs go. In order to get them out of the cab, we may put 3 SCBAs in this area. We're calling this the captain's compartment. The captain normally keeps his gear in here, his boots, his SCBA and such will be in here, and then any other miscellaneous equipment. We also added something we haven't had in many, many years. We added a hose reel up on top. So it's going to carry 150 feet of Duraboost style lightweight hose. Behind here is where our 2100 Foam Pro pump mounts. We've always been concerned about accessibility to do repair inside the pump compartment. So we asked Rosenbauer to come up with something to help with accessibility. This whole foam pump assembly is mounted on a pivot. Simply pull this pin, lift it up, and this whole foam pump assembly will swing out of the way, giving you complete access to this side of the pump. All the repairs, any repairs you need to make in here and maintenance. I would like to thank our fire chief, Mark Lorenzen, for the support and the funding to buy this beautiful equipment that Rosenbauer builds for us. Our cadre members are myself, Engineer Brett Chambers, Engineer Ryan Burkett, Engineer Chase Morgan, and then I also have a few mechanics that work with me on this equipment, and I depend on them for their expertise. The firefighters are the ones, the engineers are the ones that they decide what they need to do their job. As mechanics and such, we don't operate these in a live environment, so we really rely on them to configure this truck the way that they need to do their job. Combined effort, I think we've done pretty good, and we are looking forward to getting these delivered and get them prepped and put in service.